Alright, so today we did the CK12 warm-up. So if you haven't done those, they are due by end of day Friday. Okay, so if you've been putting them off, today and tomorrow you have like 4 or 5 to do. Fan and pick, we did that. That's not something you really have to worry about making up. There it is. Also remember, you need to have read chapter 2 by Friday. That's one of your homework assignments. And the CK12 finished by Friday. If you haven't turned in your syllabus, give me your syllabus. Alright. There was once this chemist, he did an experiment, accidentally turned himself into pure energy. And then another chemist came along and says, "Oh, you look sad. You've turned into pure energy." And he says, "What's the matter?" I don't know. I just made that up. That's not my best work. All right. We have these questions. All right. 2.2 and 2.3. We have these notes?
No. We never did that.
Okay. Did we go over the questions?
Yeah. We never did.
Yeah, we went over the questions. Yeah.
So we went over those, right? Okay. So then, yes, we are here. So I'll give you a moment or two to get those down. All right. So pure substance is just that, a pure substance. It's one thing. Okay? If you have pure gold, it is nothing but gold atoms. If you have pure salt, sodium chloride, then it is pure sodium chloride. That's it. It's only one thing. Okay? Tap water is not a pure substance. It is a mixture because we add chlorine to it. We add ammonia to it. There's air dissolved in it. So it's a mixture. You can't separate a mixture because it's one thing. Right? If I have a room full of people who identify as boys, I can't separate them. I can't be like boys on that side and boys on that side because then I still just have boys. Okay? If you have one thing, you have one thing. Solid, liquid, and gas, doesn't matter. It just depends on temperature. If you have H2O molecules at 0 degrees Celsius, they're a solid. Anything higher than that, they start melting, and you have a liquid. You get above 100 degrees Celsius, they start turning into gas molecules. They're the exact same molecules, they're just moving faster. Can be an element or a compound. Physical properties are anything you can observe without changing what it is. If I tear a piece of paper to see if it's tearable, then it's still paper, even if I tear it, or I don't tear it. If I burn a piece of paper, it's no longer paper, it's ashes and smoke. So that's a chemical change. A side note about hardness. It has nothing to do with whether or not something will break. It has everything to do with whether or not it will scratch something else. Thank you. All right. So when we talk about hardness, we're talking about the ability to scratch other things. When you took earth science, you should have learned about minerals and Mohs hardness scale and its ability to scratch other things. Diamond is the hardest mineral because it scratches all the other minerals. Talc is the softest mineral because everything scratches talc. Right? It's nothing to do with whether or not it breaks things. And this is a soapbox for me because you can look around. I like comic books and stuff. And so when I'm watching a show or a cartoon or something, even if it's a cartoon for like little kids, if I'm watching it with my kids or something, it bugs me when the character is like, "Oh, I'll be fine. My skin is as hard as diamond." That means nothing. That doesn't make you bulletproof. That doesn't make you invulnerable. It means you can scratch things with your skin. That's all that means. Diamonds are actually very brittle. That's why one of the most nerve-wracking jobs there are diamond cutters. You got this diamond that could be worth millions of dollars, and you've got a tiny little hammer and a little chisel, and you're chipping pieces of it off. You mess up, someone just lost a lot of money. And you probably lost the job. Alright, so just, if you ever grow up and you write comic books or fiction or science fiction or fantasy, please remember that hardness does not mean it won't break. It means it will scratch things. Or things will scratch it. I think we watched that one yesterday. It was also long. All right. See, these videos I have to turn the volume up, and then the relaxing videos are like, "Rah!" I don't understand.
Physical properties of matter include melting point,
It's lead melting.
boiling point, color, density, magnetism, crystalline shape, malleability, ductility, luster, and refractive index. The physical properties of matter can be observed without any change in the matter's chemical composition. Chemical properties, on the other hand, can be observed only when matter undergoes a chemical change. Here are some examples of chemical properties. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes easily into oxygen gas and water. Iron reacts with oxygen to form iron oxide. Sodium metal reacts with water to give off hydrogen gas. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, baking soda, reacts with acid to give off carbon dioxide gas. Lead nitrate reacts with potassium iodide to form a yellow precipitate of lead iodide. Red phosphorus can undergo combustion in air.
All right. So a couple of things.
It-
Take a second look at. So malleability is the ability to hammer or roll something into flat, thin sheets. Gold is one of the most malleable elements. Ductile means you can stretch or draw it into thin wires. Okay, so that's why copper is very ductile. So that's why we use it in electrical cords and earphones and all that good stuff. It also conducts electricity pretty well. I thought there was one more thing. Alright. So notice with this one, you have two clear liquids. When they combine, a chemical reaction forms and a yellow precipitate forms. Now, precipitate as a word means to come out of. So when we talk about precipitation, we're talking about rain coming out of the clouds, or snow, or whatever. In this case, we're talking about something coming out of the chemical reaction. And that brings us here. Alright, so the top 3 are from 2.2, the bottom 3 are from 2.3, and the one in the middle, that's from me. Merry Christmas. So these would go on your right hand page, number 29, I believe.